Hello there gentlemen, my name is Damage the Combine, and this is my video about what is wrong with Star Citizen. More to the point, why is it wrong? Because as you will see here, I am playing the footage from the trailers and the cinematic advertisements, in-game advertisements for the ships. And the first one showing here is the Ample Hornet, one of my most favourite ships, apart from the nose mount. Size 3 guns don't exactly line up. You've got the nodule where it should sit, but it sits forward because of the landing gear. It's one of them annoying things that they've never addressed, but it is still a glorious ship. Being ironically chased by an Aurora, which, yeah, this Hornet shouldn't even be worried because you could just turn around and just blast the crap out of it. You could blow it up with a handgun, just open the window and just shoot at it. It's not a hardy ship at all. I mean, that missile, what's that, size 2? Yeah, that's not gonna fucking do much. And in the state of Star Citizen today, it's not even gonna fucking hit you in the first place. 300i, for example, now that is a match for the Hornet because it's fast, it's agile. Has he got bigger weapons? Yeah, it's got one less. Has he got one less? No, it's actually got a size. It's got 2 size 3s and a size bigger. So minus the turret on the top, it's got the same firepower. Something to think about when buying a ship. But this trailer, I think, is a prime example of the vision, the original vision of Star Citizen. If you just look, the asteroid belt, the ship coming up saying, this is Earth, the atmosphere, all the information coming in, landing on an open landing pad where you can see other people taking off. Not a fucking hangar, a landing pad. Now, I just want to address this quickly, why I think of it. Every planet, most places in Star Citizen are all hangars, and the reason they said this is because seeing ships pop in and spawn in on a landing pad ruins immersion. Normally it would be yes, but in Star Citizen's case, no. Every time I've come out of Port Olisar, everyone should know this who's played Star Citizen, because it is the very first place you will start at. They're all open landing pads, and I have never fucking seen once a ship randomly spawn. I've never seen a ship just pop in. I come out, they're on the landing pads, they take off. It's only when they mentioned it that I had to think, and I thought, well actually no, I haven't seen a ship randomly pop in. It doesn't ruin immersion. If anything, it adds to the immersion, because you can look around as you come out and go, oh, a hammerhead. Oh, I know that. That's a Zhan Tokyo, whenever that fucking gets made. Oh, that's the new 300i. You start looking at these ships, like seeing an 890 jump come past. And you're like, wow, look at the size of that thing. Whereas when everything's in a hangar, you don't get that. You literally just spawn your ship, you go down in an elevator, and your ship's there. Now, I think there's a couple of places that have windows looking out. I can't really remember. I think the one on ArcCorp just looks out over the false landing pads and the dealership. Oh, that's right, yes, because you've got the Kraken concept right there at the front. Fuck knows why. Add an Idris. You know, something people like. Not just the Kraken because it so happened to be the next most expensive ship. But it's them sort of things that I mean about Star Citizen, the way they don't think. They don't ask the community of, hey guys, what do you actually like landing pads? Or do you think it ruins immersion and you'd like to do hangars? Hangars, yes and no. Big hangars for big ships, because you need to seal off the entire ship. Whereas smaller landing pads, people are popping in quickly. You know, you would use an internal hangar if you're doing repairs. or if say you've got an atmosphere on a planet that's extremely corrosive, or sandstorms or whatever, you don't want ships sitting out where they can get blown around and damaged, so you retract them into a hangar. Makes sense. But the fact that they're like, oh, everything must be a hangar, no, you're just ruining potential there, and you haven't even asked us. And it comes down to this. One of the articles that came out, and one of the best quotes of it, was Star Citizen is a game that's actually getting made. It's not a con, it's just mismanagement on a global scale. Global by meaning sort of, they've got multiple places around the world. If you're new to Star Citizen and you don't know, I think there's 3 studios, so you can call it global. And this is sort of the problem with Star Citizen, is they've got the potential there, they've got the star system, they've got the planets, it's all looking gorgeous, but there's no bread and butter, there's nothing there that keeps players in that world. Graphics can only get you so far, and the limitations on it are, the missions are dull, dry and boring. If you cast your mind back to 2.6 and before, you had the ICC probes, the great voice logs, going and finding the distress beacons, finding out that the pirates are killing people, and then Vanduul at the end. That was a great mission, a fantastic mission. And then you had the other one where you go in the base, and if you actually spent time finding all the keypads, you would find out that it wasn't the guy's fault, spoiler alert. It was actually someone tried to get, what was it, an access code to get illegal contraband in, and it went tits up and vented the whole building. So that is absolutely brilliant. And then it got to 3.0, 3.1, 3.2, we're now at 3.7, and it's still, there's nothing. ICC mission is gone. You've still got the one about the emergency venting the guy's insurance, but the rest of them are all dog shit. You've got fetch quests after fetch quests after fetch quests that are pointless and lead nowhere. You've got the same old missions to kill a load of bandits, raiders, which are just, the ship combat is so dull, dry and boring. You literally go to an asteroid field, you sit there for 30 seconds until it acknowledges that you've arrived, and then spawns in numerous enemies that you have to fit energy weapons because you'll just run out of fucking bullets, and you haven't got the time to go and rearm. And then you've got their bespoke missions, which is like one person per fucking planet. Twitch the robot bitch with the actual the drug lamp. Oh, go and find these drugs for me and bring them back. Okay, you just arrive, you take the drugs you want, you steal the rest. Standard. AI there is just pointless and retarded. They just stand the wall and they pretty much just line up to get shot. You can take it with a pistol. That's how pathetic it is. You've then got Miles Eckhart. I've never done his mission because every single fucking time it bugs. He either, every time I sit in a seat, I spaz out and I'm in 2 aisles across and I can't interact with him, or it just bugs halfway. You've got the Bounty Hunter mission by from Hurston, and that doesn't fucking work, and it never has worked. So I can't do that one. And then all you've got is the Korea one, which is actually half decent. The AI is not so dumb. Plus it's always fun to get rid of the enemies, and you get someone comes in to hack the terminal and you kill them. It's fun. You killed a criminal, you're doing your duties. It used to be my favourite pastime of hiding in Korea and just taking out guys who shouldn't be there just because I can. And that's pretty much it. Now, cargo is a thing. You can buy and trade commodities, but you earn nothing from it. The drug labs give you absolutely nothing in return. In profits, you could load this whole thing up with drugs and you get nothing back. Mining is unless it just so happens to be whatever patch introduces a new mineral, that's the one that will sell through the roof. The rest of them are now fucking worthless. I can literally, material is material. Metals like titanium, which is still pretty rare, and most shit is made out of titanium, I think, in the lore, it sells for absolute fucking peanuts. Absolute peanuts. Quartz, all the different minerals, it's fucking pointless. You go, you fill up like 20 tons worth of ore, and you get like 200 alpha UEC, which is nothing. A delivery driver gets more. And this is supposed to be a super expensive ship. If I had worked my way up to that from an Aurora and bought that ship, I'd be insanely fucking disappointed. And all it does is, by needing that one certain mineral that so happens now to be the most valuable, is everyone goes to the same planet, causing graphics issues. People start randomly hunting miners down for no fucking reason, because industrial ships, which are supposed to take asteroid explosions and severe weather, take 3 hits from an Avenger and blow the fuck up. It's pointless. It's like made of tinfoil. An industrial ship should be able to take an absolute pounding, but it doesn't have any weapons. It's just, if you get discovered, you're like, oh fuck, I'm dead. There's no point even trying to run because you're so fucking slow, and the other person has to be a complete retard to miss the pathetic amount of shots it takes to blow you up. And these are just simple things, easily changeable things. Mistakes with ships. You've got the new 890 Jump, absolutely beautiful, brilliant, fantastic ship. My jaw dropped when I see it. But it's a civilian billionaire ship that has a better hangar than the Polaris. It has better facilities than any other military ship, including the fucking, what's it called, the secondary cockpit, the bunker room. It's like, okay, yeah, why has a civilian ship got this and not a military ship designed by the fucking military for combat? And then you've got other ships, like they reworked the Freelancers, and if you look on the top of the ship, they've covered over the escape pod hatches with what I can describe as the housing for the radar. So when it comes round to them actually changing that, they have to then rework the ship again, and that's more time. That's why it takes them so long to actually rework stuff and to actually bring stuff out, because they're constantly going back on themselves. You know, you got the ship-to-ship docking. Well, the 890 Jump doesn't have an extending docking collar, neither does the other ship, so how the fuck are they supposed to dock together? Magic, air, energy beams. I'll let them have the energy beams because it'd be an easy graphical effect and you wouldn't have to have anything physical. It would just appear and disappear. Energy, perhaps like a tractor beam, be quite an interesting concept. But they seem to churn things out really quickly and not think them through properly. Like the newest ship that's being reworked, the Hoplite, not the Hoplite, the Vanguard variants, and you've got the Sentinel, which is the Data, the E-Warfare one. Now, every other ship that does either Data or search and rescue, uses a radar of some kind, has a radar dish. You need a computer and a radar dish to do the advanced functions. Every ship has a radar, but up to a certain limit. Then you have to fit it, like you got the Hornet tracker. That's the big scanner in the center of the ship that takes up the gun mount. You've then got the Terrapin that's got the disc on it. You've got the Prospector that has the disc underneath. Then you get to this, you get to the Sentinel, and it's basically just a reskin Vanguard, and all they've done is added the same computer desk that's on the Vanguard Walden, and they've just put this orange screen next to it, this touchy glass which does nothing. Why not swap out the turret for an actual radar setup with a camera and have a seat and a chair that swivels set into the wall, so when you're doing your e-warfare, you go to the area, you get in that seat, you have your dash, you can switch to the camera mode, or you can have it like keyboard for the commands and that for hacking, and actually have a dish that you have to rotate, that you have to scan with, like every fucking other ship in the game. Have that gameplay there. Have the computer tower next to that desk so you can work on it next to the desk, and have the radar dish above. This is an e-warfare ship. It's not designed for direct combat, so they don't need that turret. Also, the missiles on it, they're size 3s. Well, aren't the EMP generators on the Sabre Raven size 3? And they're just swappable. They take up the same as a missile mount. So swap them out for them. That means that now you've got something that can hack other ships, can hack things like mines, for example, the new gameplay they've announced. Hack the mines so you can get ships through, and you've also got an EMP. So if the hacking fails, you can EMP. If someone detects you hacking, you can run away and you can EMP them and escape. The Vanguard is supposed to be this long range, not interception fighter, but you know, the Vanguard, the leader of the fleet. That's why it's so durable, that's why it's got the redundant systems, because it's the one that goes in there first, tells the UEE what's happening. So, for the Sentinel, you would want it to go in there, steal the data, find out what they're doing, like steal the data from the enemy ship, then retreat and let the fleet attack. You are there, you are at the Vanguard. The reason they've put the Vanguard platform for this job is because it's durable. So you can take fire from the enemy and still get back to your main fleet in one piece, rather than just getting detected and blown up straight away. It's just another thing by CIG. They're just desperate to get this ship out because they know that generates good publicity for them. And so they just churn out dog shit. They're like, here you go, here's a new reskin of this, we're going to make it look like we've actually fucking made an effort. Which all they've done, literally the only difference that they have done to that ship, the Sentinel, is they've put that orange screen now. And they've moved a few things around. It's the exact same layout, almost the exact same layout as the Walden. It's just moved around, the beds have shifted along, and the, the food machine has moved to the other end of the room. It's just, every time I see this sort of stuff, it's like Chris Roberts is personally slapping me across the face and going, "Ha, you're an idiot, you don't know what you're talking about, eat up this ship." And they think that distracts everyone else from the flaws that are in the game, the fact that there is no gameplay. Yeah, it's great having an 890 jump, but I can't pay anyone to crew it with me. I can't go to someone, "Hey, do you want to join my Hammerhead, for example? I need gunners. I'm going to escort this load of cargo. Oh, okay then, I'll pay you 5k for each turret." You can't do that. We'll be getting mission sharing, but that's only relevant if you've got a mission. We need a way to create our own missions, like one organisation versus another, so you're paying to fight someone else, you're paying people to crew your ship to fight the other team. That is infinite gameplay. Just by adding that one feature, you are allowing people to do loads of different features and work together. I can pay someone in my prospector to defend me, instead of asking someone politely who's going to hang around for 10 minutes and then go, "Fuck this, I'm off." I'll go, when I've filled up, when I've got back, I will pay you 20 grand. Okay, he sits around, waits, we go back together, I pay him his 20 grand. It's just common sense. We need scrap all them delivering a fucking box missions, and actually I'd rather have 5 missions that are handcrafted, have great voice acting, and make me feel to be part of this world, rather than 800 deliver a box and kill a fucking raider missions. And every single mission giver is a fucking bad guy. There's not one fucking legal mission that isn't fucking from someone who is a criminal or working under a different jurisdiction. I would like to work for the UEE for a fucking change. Be the good guy, you know, to take down the bad guys. Maybe an interception mission. You're the one that's got to retrieve the drugs if you're a criminal, but I'm on the UEE, so I've also got a mission to stop you retrieving the drugs. Get that gameplay into it, and then you can also hire other people to help you stop them taking the drug lab, and it just adds more gameplay. And it's these little basic things that Chris Roberts doesn't realise is what makes a game. All the shiny graphics in the world is not going to change that. But gameplay aside, which they are developing, one thing that really does fucking bug me is the fact is when they bullshit. Like the Banu Defender gets pushed back and pushed back and pushed back, yet they keep doing these straight to flyable fucking bullshit ships, and then they start going back on their word saying, oh, what was it with the 890 jump? Yeah, we're making the 600i first because that's going to lay down the groundwork for the bigger ship and get the style guide right. No, you created the 85X for that job. But everyone else in the community goes, oh yes Chris, thank you very much Chris, this is great, oh I'm going to lick your ass and buy more ships. Whereas people like me go, well hang on a minute, that's not what you fucking said 2 months ago. Like, where's the Banu Merchantman? Now you've got the Banu Defender, you should be thinking, right, we've got that down, right guys, we're going to do this next. Instead they're doing the Hercules, which the Starlifter's a great looking ship. I did have it once. It looks really, really cool. I love that side of gameplay. I can't wait to land on a planet and unload tanks. But the fact is, it's just another cargo hauler, and cargo hauling doesn't work. And the only reason they're creating that ship, or they've pushed it forward, is because that's the only other ship other than the 890 jump that can take the fucking ballista. What? I don't want to drive a ballista. It's a space simulator. What's the point in having a truck that you have to drive 1,000 miles across a planet? Takes ages to get there, and you need an aircraft carrier to fucking take it. Whereas I can just buy the Freelancer Miss, and I can just fly there and unload all the missiles. I can unload all the missiles, get back, rearm, and attack again in the same time it would take you to load up the Hercules, fly it there, land it safely, unload the fucker. It's pointless gameplay. It's pointless. And if it is in Squadron 42, and that's why they put it straight to flight ready, it's going to be crap, because I don't want to play a space simulator where I have to drive a fucking stationary missile truck. It's utter pointless. The movement and the physics of the truck is utter crap. It looks so terrible when it's moving across the... There's nothing behind it. It doesn't give the feeling of a heavy space vehicle. It just looks like something floating across the fucking sand. If you're gonna do that, put Gravlevs on it or something. At least make it a little bit fucking sci-fi. But instead, no, they don't. They put all this shit straight to flyable because they think that's what we want. No, release the Banu Merchantman. Get salvage done. Here's what they should do, right, for the next few patches. Delete all them fucking shitty deliver a box missions. Program some decent ones. Some actual decent. Put the ICC Pro back in. Do some decent missions. Number 2, put on the RSI website a list of all the prices in the Stanton system, which they can do. They can just do 1-page article. They can fucking type it out in Word of all the prices, so I know, so I can work out where the best profit is. It doesn't have to change. Maybe it can change once a patch, but at least give me that information so I can earn money on cargo. The next thing that they should do is get ships like the Banu Merchantman done. Get that working. Now you've got the Banu Defender. We love it. We're going to love it. Who the fuck cares? You're not going to change it. It's done now. Make the Banu Merchantman. Forget about the Ballista. Do the Banu Merchantman. Get that choked out. And then the rest of the team does get the people working back on salvage. Get people from Squadron 42 if you have to. Start working on the... Get the refueling done, so you'll get salvage and refueling done at the same time. Which would make sense because you're going to be out in space for a long fucking time. So you can then call your mate with a Starfarer, come and refuel my Reclaimer. I'm getting low on fuel. And he goes, oh cool, do you mind if I join you for some mining? So you park up your fuel carry, you go in there and you do some fucking mining. Might even transport some shit back for him, like weapons or whatever you want. Knock this fucking harvestables on the head. I do not want to fly down to a planet, spend 30 minutes flying across space, land on a planet to get out and harvest a prickly fucking pineapple off an alien bush. This is Star Citizen, not fucking farming simulator. I don't need it. Handheld mining. It makes no logical sense. We've been doing mining for fucking centuries handheld. It's called a pickaxe. But you can't get enough ore from a handful of dirt. That's why we have massive diggers to dig loads of it and then smelt it down. The handheld mining is utter crap, and if you tell me about the whole bullshit of, oh, we needed to remove parts. No, that's salvage. Plus, I'm not going to be sticking parts in my pocket, am I? Oh, here's a power supply. Just going to stick that in my pocket. No, you're going to carry that back to the ship like a box and manually handle it. There's also this inventory bullshit. I can understand what they're talking about with the inventories, but the fact of the matter is, where's all this shit going? Why do I need it? And it ruins the immersion. You know, oh, logo's on a packet on a planet and I've got a bag that holds 50 pineapples. Who the fuck gives a shit? Maybe a bag that holds ammo, perhaps. Give me the ability to, instead of having a main weapon and a secondary weapon, enable me to have 2 extra pistols so I can be a gunslinger instead of having 1 pistol. And I can have all Magnum cartridges. You know, they keep putting in these bullshit features like the caves. No one gives a fuck about caves. We all know there's going to be 1 cave with a load of boxes and some guards, some dumbass AI that we're going to have to shoot. And there's going to be 1 you can mine in. That's going to be it. It's a hole in the ground. It's a fucking cave. Give me an economy. Give me an actual usable economy to make the game more enjoyable. I'm not going to be running around in some fucking cave hand mining. If I want to mine, I'm going to get the specialist tool. Make the cave big enough. Imagine flying in a really tight cave with the prospector. That would add a little bit of risk to it. Trying to do it, get the teeth right, mine the ores while manoeuvring around this really tight corridor in the ground. That'd be fucking awesome. And seeing ships flying out of holes in the ground, it'd be wicked. But no, CRG will never do that because that makes logical sense. They will never think logically. We will never have what is actually shown off in the tech demo. We will never have the 3.0, the Javelin that's crashed on the planet. It's not even the same Javelin. I wanted to explore that. I couldn't wait for 3.0 to go there, follow that mission and get on it. But it don't exist. You've got the same... You've got the assets there, you've put it in, minus the worm, I know, because blah blah blah, physics, just a demo. But I would at least like the ship there. I would at least like the weather. And the ship shaking when it got to the area that's restricted. And the atmosphere differences. But no, that won't be in the game because all these tech demos that we see that aren't called the Area 18 where they're flying around planets and instead it's 1 big fucking green screen one big just wallpaper basically with a restricted flight zone around it, they will never be like they show off, because for some unknown reason, I think it might be because they haven't got the object container streaming, they can't stream all this data in, they can only do it on a display when there's one person in there for a tech demo. So hopefully I'm right, and as soon as we do get object container streaming, we'll actually get what's been shown. But people keep eating up this bullshit that they keep showing us every year, and we get the patch and none of it's in there. So that's my very brief view of Star Citizen, and I just hope that more and more people hear the truth about this game. I will still play Star Citizen, I'm not going to pledge any more money, but it is not the game that's advertised, and it will never be. Chris Roberts is just, he's saying yes to too much. You've got to be realistic. And the fact is, everyone, the ships may look amazing and everyone's saying go and pledge, go and buy now, but don't. There's no gameplay here for you. Wait, maybe buy a game package while it's cheap with Squadron 42, because it's only like $15 or something like that. Buy it and then leave it the fuck alone, and then come back 2-3 years time and there might actually be decent gameplay. So I'm Damage the Combine, and I thank you for watching to the end of this video. Leave your comments in the bottom if you agree or disagree with me, and hopefully more people on YouTube start talking about Star Citizen realistically and fairly, not blowing smoke up Chris Roberts' ass, because all of these ships pay the bills, and the income and the interest from Star Citizen gets them Patreon subscriptions and Twitch fucking subscriptions, or whatever you do on Twitch. I don't watch Twitch. And trying to get people to use your promo code so you can get more free shit. So that's it, everyone. I hope you enjoyed. Take care, and I'll see you next time.